Hi, everybody. Maureen Daniels here with you from Berkshire Health Systems Wellness at Work for our Winter Wellness Series. And thank you so much for joining us again today. I am here to present Feng Shui information to you. Unfortunately, we had a few Feng Shui experts who were going to join us today, and they are under the weather. So, if anything this last year taught us is to just roll with it and figure out how we can do our best. And so I'm going to share some of the research that I pulled together for us. I think it'll be worth your time. I hope it's worth your time. And just thinking a little bit about how you can refresh your home with Feng Shui. I will also throw in office or other space that you spend a lot of time in. So I am not an expert. I'll just say that again. So I'm going to share with you some of this fascinating subject. I'm going to pull up my my PowerPoint to keep me on task, because we all know that it's important for Maureen to stay focused. So hopefully you can see my screen. How to refresh your home with Feng Shui. And, as I was researching this topic, it really caused me to pause and look around my own home and my own office and think a little bit about what I can do to improve the energy for myself. But before we get started, I'd like to just give ourselves a moment to arrive at this meeting, as we often do with all of our meetings here at Berkshire Health Systems, is just to give yourself a moment and get comfortable in your chair with your feet on the floor, hands on your lap, maybe close your eyes for a minute or gaze at this really pretty picture of these doors. And just be aware of your breathing. Just be there. Possibly deepen your breath, maybe roll your shoulders here at the midday break. Maybe drop your left ear to your left shoulder and bring it to center, right ear to right shoulder. Bring it to center, another deep breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back in the room. And let's talk about Feng Shui. So what is Feng Shui? Feng Shui is the ancient Chinese art of placement of objects to create balance, harmony, well-being, and prosperity. It's been around for thousands of years. There's some amazing research and information out there regarding Feng Shui, but it allows us to live in harmony with the natural world. It allows us to, sort of the number one goal of Feng Shui is to make sure our qi, or our energy, moves smoothly and freely through our lives. And whether that life is in our home, whether that life is in our body, whether that life is in our office, how is our qi flowing smoothly and freely to allow for health and wellness, prosperity, all of those things. So qi is energy or life spirit, which is so powerful and important for all of us. And Feng Shui supports the theory of quantum physics that everything is made up of particles of energy that are vibrating at different speeds. So everything that comes into your home, into your office, into your life, everything has a power and an energy that it's sharing with you. And how we place things, where we put things, what things look like, are very, very powerful. So I'm not going to get into the map. There's a map. I'm not going to get into really deep into the weeds, but I do want to share some overview ideas of sort of the top 10 ideas for your house or your office or your apartment or the space that you are in the most. So that's Feng Shui, that qi, that energy that flows, and opening up areas for the energy to flow more smoothly for health and well-being. So the first opportunity is to clear the clutter. And we know that there's been a lot of great conversations around clearing the clutter with, does it bring you joy? There's the woman that got very famous a couple of years ago with, if you hold it and it doesn't bring you joy, then it gets tossed, clearing out the clutter. And when we remove our clutter, unwanted items from our house, it clears our energy force. So one of the most fundamental tips of Feng Shui is to get rid of clutter. that if you have piles of paper on your office desk, if you have clothes in the laundry room piled up, if you have things at the front door that are waiting to either go out or come in, or that's where you keep your recycling or what have you, that's blocking our energy. That's blocking the chi force to come through. So when we can clear the clutter, when we can find a home for everything in your home, when everything has a place, that is really powerful. And specifically, I like the entryway. I think the entryway is very important for us to be thinking about, of allowing that entryway to be free for energy to flow smoothly and freely into our homes and into our lives. Making that entryway welcoming also, so that when you walk in your home, you have that sigh of, I'm here, right? So doors and windows should also be able to open freely, allowing fresh air and energy to come in, but clearing the clutter and cleaning the clutter are two of the sort of the most fundamental opportunities for all of us. I often talk to people about finding one space that you can clear. If you're like, where do I start in my 2-story house and my basement? Maybe start with the kitchen sink. That's an opportunity to feel like you've made progress. So finding one space that you're going to start with. Maybe it's one drawer, maybe it's your bedside table, maybe it's some small space that you can clear the clutter and start to feel a little different, a little energy, a little spark of joy when you look at that space. So clear the clutter. The next item is to really look around and think about, are there items in your house that are broken or need repair? This could be anything from chipped dishes. It's really bad energy for us to be eating or drinking out of chipped plates or chipped mugs. Those really should be tossed. That's just bad energy when we have that flaw in our eating utensils. But things like broken steps, walking up to the front of your house, that brings bad or broken energy into our homes. So items that, if you look around, if you have a broken chair, if you have chipped paint on your wall, fixing things so that energy is not getting stuck or sidetracked into some of these broken options. That broken energy really brings negative energy into our homes and into our houses, into our offices. So fixing, repairing, or even pitching some of those broken items that you're holding on to, but really energy-wise, we should get rid of them. Allowing for natural light and plants, and the power of sunlight, the power of natural lights, the opportunity to, if you can work in your space without having overhead lights that are fake lights, can be really helpful. Opening up windows, switching out. I was looking for new curtains and everything is room darkening these days. I don't want room darkening. I want maybe sheer, so that people can't see in my house, but I don't want it to be black in a cave. So allowing for natural light into your home and into your offices can be really helpful. It brings that positive energy that will bring the mood up to anyone. If you throw back the curtains and the sun is there, that is a hit of positive energy for sure. And then a lot of information around plants and what different types of plants can be very positive for your house, that can bring prosperity, that can bring health. These are air purifying plants that can be really helpful in your home. So bringing plants inside can be really, really helpful. Having a house with plants, live plants, allows for life to be happening, and that energy force that could be so important. The other thing is with the windows, as it's going to be 60 today, is cleaning windows and allowing light to come through unfiltered windows. So having clean windows, cleaning shades, all of those things can be very powerful as well for our energy and that chi energy, positive energy to come into our homes and brighten our mood. Reposition sharp angles. So this is one that I think has a little more research to it. You might have to spend a little more time on, but looking around your home to sharp edges. And that could be a dining room table. If you have sharp edges that face other chairs or other people, that sharp edge is a real negative impact that sort of brings negative energy to other people when we have the sharp edges. But it could be things like a sharp corner, or this bureau here that before was that very sharp edge, and then they buffered it with just adding a plant. Other times you might offer to hang a crystal there, or there might be a way to hang something softer in that area. You might throw a scarf up over that edge of that right edge of that corner, so that it attracts your eye, it's joyful, it brings more energy than the sharp edge that could really sort of bring that negative energy to us. So reposition sharp edges, being aware of sharp edges, whether it is if you can move it, if you can reposition it, or if you just need to buffer it with things like this plant or crystals. I found this one really interesting because I just called the plumber a couple months ago for my slow drains, and clearing clogged drains can be really powerful Feng Shui tactic to bring more positive energy into our homes. And what happens is that slow drain is actually linked to financial and prosperity, financial issues and stuck finances. So if we can clear our drains, and whether that's our sinks, our toilets, our tubs, and allow for free flowing through, that allows that chi energy again to not be stuck, to have that free flow. And it's time to call the plumber. That's really money well spent. That's really, you're going to reap that back in the power from the positive chi coming through. So clearing clogged drains. And in this case, it maybe apparently they just shut down the whole sink. So that's not necessarily clearing it, but I thought it was a pretty picture. So we know this from movies, of mob movies, right? Never sit with your back to the door in a restaurant. Always be aware of who's around you. But really powerful in our offices, really powerful even in our own homes. If you're thinking of your living room and the front door where your couch is situated, to not sit with your back to the door. If you're sitting facing the door, that gives you a position of power. Energy is coming right into you. It's not necessarily stabbing you in the back. So positioning yourself both in office and in your home, how that looks. Just for the record, that is my home office. I put it together this weekend because I was so inspired. But if you can't switch your chair or switch your desk around to face the door, because some spaces are quite small, there is opportunity to hang mirrors so that you can see, when you look up, you look at your mirror and you can see the person or the door behind you. And that is a great opportunity to improve the Feng Shui, the energy that's coming into your space, that you can see all around you, and that allows for positive energy as well. Bed placement is important though. When you are looking at your bedrooms and the foot of your bed, facing the door, you don't want your feet to be facing out the door. You don't want your feet to be lined up with the door that goes out of the house, because that is that's negative energy that brings the connotation of death. So the corpse goes out feet first. So we don't want to line our beds up with the door. Lots of great information out there, and I can share in an email if some people want some of the websites. I was thinking that too, that you might want to go and do some research for yourself. So some great books as well. But this positive energy is so important for us, especially now that there's a lot of negative stuff going on. And if we can really build our own homes and our oases to be our powerhouse, to refill our wells, that can be really helpful. So being aware of how you sit, we know this from the Godfellows or some of the mafia movies. Never sit with your back to the door. I thought this was an interesting one and commonsensical, right? Keep the bathroom door closed. The bathroom is a source of negative energy. And if the bathroom door is kept closed, that negative energy can't flow through your home. Also, if you can keep the bathroom window cracked open, that allows for some of the negative energy to escape out the bathroom window. So I think, often we will shut that bathroom door, especially if company's coming, right? We will often shut the bathroom door if it's, something that, it's just not the most wonderful room in the house. So if keeping that bathroom door keeps that negative energy flowing through the house. I didn't see a lot around switching it to positive energy. It's just, it's the bathroom. So it's, it's important. I have a question here. I just want to see. Bed facing clarification, bedroom door or in? Oh, thank you. So thank you for the question. I have a question regarding that bed facing clarification. In the bedroom, the bed facing should not face the bedroom door, not the home front door. That is an okay thing because you have walls and you have some other space there, but it's really facing the bedroom door. Thank you for that. Following the 3-color principle. So this is specific to the outside of the home in keeping things at a maximum of 3 colors when you're looking at painting your home, having sort of that front door pop. That's been a neat craze lately locally, but I think historically it's been happening, is having these beautiful doorways as the entrance to the home. But suggesting that anything more than 3-color combination could lead to negative energy and really unhappy residents. I mean, that's the other piece of this, is that when we have the negative energy in our homes, we have some negative energy, that brings us all down, that brings us to unhappiness. So the 3-color principle, and I also like this picture because there's a clear path to the front door. There's no mud boots, there's not a lot of lawn chairs out there that are blocking the way. So the energy has a great opportunity to get right in that front door. I think I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. This is an important one, and we talk about this a lot even in our sleep workshops, is removing electric gadgets from the bedroom. Now, this is not 1,000-year-old information. This was not around, BC when Feng Shui was really getting starting. But it really is powerful information around removing electric gadgets from the bedroom. There's no reason or place for an electric gadget to be in the bedroom. A lot of interesting around our energy and our chi energy. Our bedrooms are for sleeping and intimacy. And so when we bring electric gadgets in, it disrupts the reason why we have that oasis. That bedroom is our sanctuary, right? That's where we spend 1/3 of our lives. And when we build in electric gadgets, your work into the bedroom, that is a huge chi disruptor. It needs to be out. Our cell phones, our TVs, all of those need to be kept outside the bedroom. The same with sort of how we decorate our bedroom. Things like family pictures. You might not want mom and dad's picture frame in your bedroom because that is your sanctuary for intimacy. So thinking about your bedroom as this oasis for yourself, And keeping the energy clean and healthy for you is really important. So the electricity gadgets, they're out, and they're out for 116 reasons. But one is that it's really good Feng Shui and it allows for more positive energy to be in your bedroom than when you have those disruptors of electricity components, TVs, phones, work. Never bring your work into the bedroom. I really like this opportunity to think about our own energy and what we bring in our own body, mind, and spirit into our homes. And the idea of when we practice meditation, it allows for us to have the right thoughts and pure mind. It allows us to calm down all of the disruptors that have been happening throughout the day, whether you're coming in from work, or you're coming in from the grocery store, or you're coming in from a run, whatever it is. But when you meditate and you bring that energy into your home, that chi energy and that positive energy will flow through your home. And when we don't take the time to bring that positive energy into ourselves as well as into our own homes, then that's a disruptor that brings that negative energy. So meditation, positive thinking, how we reframe things in our own houses, how we think of our home. Are we grateful for our home? Are we thinking, this is a home with great bones. This is my sanctuary. Whether it's an apartment, whether it's a home, whether it's a bedroom in your mom's house, there's opportunity for us to be thinking, how do I build the energy here so that it's positive rather than the negative? So it does has the power to amplify the positive energy that you're trying to build with placement of items and getting rid of clutter. Maybe getting rid of some of the clutter in our minds as well can be really helpful with the chi flow. So it'll only help amplify that positive energy. So practicing meditation. And I also adore the fact that she's outside in the sunlight, in the fresh air, on her back deck or step or wherever she is, that she is, really part of the environment here when she's practicing her meditation. So those are some of the items. I have 3 items that I want to sort of just share with you that I thought were really nice items regarding placement of or bringing into your home to increase positive energy, chi energy through Feng Shui. And the first is wind chimes. And wind chimes help, because of the flow of wind, helps to create that positive energy. They should be, the idea is that wind chimes should be placed closer to the front room or the living room space. So maybe not near the bedroom space that is going to be a disruptor of your sleep, but more in the front room to bring that positive energy. The other one is candles, and candles have historically been, ability to create positive energy with the light, the natural flame inside the home, the positive energy. And then there's also, I think there's a 6th one, but the placing of 6 candles on a mantelpiece can be very powerful. I'm counting and there's 5. Imagine there's 6 candles here. And knowing that creating that positive energy, that positive flow can be really helpful. And then the third item that I thought was really nice was the item of posting photos and pictures that bring you joy. And whether it's family, friends, fur family, your pets, whether it is even nature, whether it's trips, sunsets, things that bring you joy, and clustering them together so that the energy plays off each other, especially with family photos. That when you put family photos together, whether it's on the mantle or on a wall like this, it shows that you're tight knit and that energy, that positive energy flows through the family members. And I just thought that was really very powerful, whether it's on the wall. And I know some people have gotten so creative with showcasing family members. I mean, back in the 70s, it was all the pictures up the stairs that your mom put up when you were, your class pictures, right? So we know that family photos have been a sense of pride and joy forever, and that's positive energy. And it can definitely help with decreasing negative energy. But I like the idea of clustering them together. That brings more of that, shows that you're collective and you're close knit with each other. And then my last slide is just, this idea that the intent of Feng Shui is to bring harmony to the environment in the home. And in doing so, it brings it to the person, which is really our goal here. Is how is our own house? How is our own head? How is the positive energy flowing for ourselves, whether that's through nutrition, movement, sleep, meditation, placement of items, feeling positive because we don't have clutter around the kitchen sink. All of these pieces of the puzzle work together to bring us to a healthier level. And I think that that's the power. It can be something very simple of just what's on your bedside table that brings you joy. Is it a really great book? Is it a beautiful candle? Is it maybe a little pillow spray to help you sleep? So I hope you enjoyed this Feng Shui workshop. I apologize, I'm not an expert, but maybe there's something that you thought, wow, maybe I'll try that. And that's our goal, right? Is to try something new. And the other homework is to please, please, please get outside for at least 12 minutes today and breathe in and breathe out that fresh air. Thanks so much for sharing your time with me. I do have a question. I'm going to bring this up, hoping I can answer it. Oh, I got to thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time and spending your lunch with me. Have a good day.